Tony Todd, you're the only one that chimed in last night. It was good to see you in the comments section. This thing that they're planning on America, it's predictive programming. It's not intel. It's not government agencies collecting intelligence from chatter, internet chatter, or wherever from our enemies saying that drones from a foreign country like Iran are going to attack America. This is being planned, and they're saying it's going to be so massive, so huge. It's not only going to kill a hell of a lot of Americans, but it's going to be so fucking traumatic that it'll make your head spin. It's like we ain't seen nothing yet. We're being marched towards a catastrophic domestic false flag operation engineered by elements of our own state, our own country, designed to sacrifice Americans. Yeah, on the altar of a forever war. You think this war is going to be over anytime soon? A lot of people out there, just in the public sphere that I talk to, say it feels like a forever war, another friggin' forever war. I thought we weren't supposed to have any more wars. As I stated, these warnings about an Iranian drone attack are not intelligence, it's predictive programming. It's conditioning us to get ready, to prepare us for when that day comes. And it's a coming atrocity meant to terrorize the public into full compliance. And we are on the cusp, so to speak, of this. It's just a pattern being repeated. It's a well-worn script. The FBI has a long and documented history of manufacturing terror plots through entrapment, creating the very threats it claims to stop. As documented in the book Shadows of Deception, the 1993 World Trade Center bombing involved the FBI switching an inert device for real explosives, resulting in an attack that killed 6. They love their numbers. 6. 6, 6. And this blueprint of state-sponsored terror is not ancient history. It is the modus operandi of a corrupt institution that sees its own citizens as cattle. They see us as pawns in their friggin' New World Order game. That's what it is. And then when officials warn of an imminent Iranian terroristic threat with drones on U.S. soil, we have to view it through the lens that this is being allowed, this is being perpetrated by our own government. These are not credible threats, they're just setting the stage. As one analysis starkly put it regarding past government actions, quote, these covert operations are designed to appear as if they were carried out by an enemy, a foreign entity, other entities outside of the United States that have something against us, thereby manufacturing public consent for political or military agendas. The pattern is clear. Create the crisis, then offer yourself as the only solution. Even in World War II, the Americans were not jumping on board with attacking, or entering World War II, I should say, until our government allowed Pearl Harbor. They knew it was going to be attacked. They knew the Japanese were going to attack it, and they allowed it. They could have stopped it, but they allowed it. They allowed it. Why? Well, when Americans saw their own country being attacked by the Japs, well, by golly, we have to go fight the Japs now, don't we? We have to go enter this World War II. Just like the Gulf of Tonkin, right, in Vietnam. Another false flags. How many false flags? How many times are Americans going to fall for the false flags? It's not Iran that's going to do this. And if Iran actually had a hand in this, well, they're working in tandem with our own government, because our government and many governments, just all of them, have been heavily infiltrated by New World Order POSs. And why would our own country turn on its citizens? The answer lies in the stark reality is that America is in decline. It's like self-preservation. The strategic initiative has been lost. Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most critical energy choke point, through which a significant portion of global oil flows. Notice that they keep talking about how Iran's attacking oil tankers and stuff like that. It seems like this is a war on oil, and they want to cripple our oil supply so we have no gas. And then, whoa, electric cars, you guys should have You guys should have bought electric cars. You want your electric car now? We'll lower the rate so you could buy your electric car, because they don't want us driving very far. Electric car, not to drive very far. It won't be as convenient like stopping at any old gas station along the way. And it's just another way to control us. Electric cars go on fire. God knows their radiation levels. It's like a electric coffin. God knows the radiation levels in an electric car. It's frying you. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's frying you as you drive. The whole thing's, it's electric. But you won't be boogie-wooging for very long if you croak sooner or later because of the radiation and cancer. This is all designed to control us, to kill us. They want us in 15-minute cities. They don't want us traveling very far. I already went over this. Massachusetts trying to pass a bill to limit how far you drive. Yeah, it's like they want to tax your miles. They want to tax you over here. They want to tax you over there. They want to tax us to death, price us out of existence. They want to price us or get us out of our gas-powered vehicles and diesel and get us into electric. They keep attacking oil tankers. It's all you hear. It's all I hear. And they're saying, well, now oil could go up to $300 a barrel. Oh my God, is that going to be true? Is it going to be $8 a gallon pretty soon, then $12, and then pretty soon unaffordable, and pretty soon non-existent? Well, stay tuned. They might change it, and everything might be okay for now. They might see that the American public's becoming too aware of what they're up to, and they might kick this can down the road. But ultimately, that's what they want us in stack 'em and pack 'em cities. They want us in electric cars, or basically just no cars. They want us to own nothing and be. They don't want us. Let's just face it. The Georgia Guidestone's depopulation. If those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you're a little late in the game, but you might want to check it out. Somehow, some way, do some research. BitChute, I think, is a good place to start. Maybe Odyssey. But places like YouTube, I don't know if they're going to have a whole lot of Georgia Guidestones or Rumble because, well, they knocked it down several years ago for a reason. They're done letting us know what they want to happen, and they want us now in the next mode is to kill a lot of us. Don't forget last year, 2025, Deagle, they'd like to do the population projections, and most of us were supposed to have been gone in the West by last year, 2025, but that didn't happen. Could this drone attack that's being facilitated by our own government be the depop event that they are looking for? The petrodollar system, the foundation of American financial dominance, is unraveling, done on purpose. I've seen videos tonight, people saying, you know what, I am not paying my taxes. I'll file for them, but I'm not going to pay them. That's what they're saying. I seen that. I could have mirrored this. Saying I'm not paying my taxes, federal taxes. I'll file for them to let them know that, you know, I intend to pay them, but I'm not going to pay them. I'm not paying. There are videos out there of people saying I'm not paying my electric bill, which I think is because they're showing that it's $800, $900. It's outrageous just for light bulbs turn on and maybe some heat. And they're saying that I'm not doing this anymore. This whole system's rigged against us. I'm not paying my electric bill. To which I say, well, if you don't pay your electric bill, they're going to cut your electricity off. What is your plan for that? Then I seen that this is a compilation of videos in one video. I seen this one woman said she gave up this whole friggin' system. She lives in a tent. She feels free. She's not getting up to work from 5 in the morning till 2 or 3 in the afternoon, or work 9 to 5 or whatever. She's not doing this bullshit system shit. It's all rigged and stacked against us. And so she says, I'd rather live in a tent, which is what she's doing, and she feels very free doing it. I mean, people are sick of their money being taken by the government, and the government has enough money to go blow up this, blow up that, enough money to send to this country and that country, enough money to even give to Israel, enough money to give to friggin' what was that South American country? Was it Brazil? It was some gay arts. It was like a fast read. It was like a gay arts. Was it a play? It was something for gay arts in Brazil. Our country actually gave. It wasn't a lot, but they gave money for that. We have money for that. We have money for this. We have money for that. To send to this country, that country, this country, that country. Meanwhile, we got homeless out on the street. We got veterans that are homeless, which is disgusting. Veterans that are homeless veterans. That's disgusting. That should not even be a thing. But yet we have money to go start this war, go give money over here, go give money over there, right? And people will see this and they're like, this whole shit's bullshit. Why am I slaving away? They're pricing us, they're saying, out of my home. They're pricing us out of rent. They want 3 times, what do they want? 3 times what you make in a month just for rent? For like for the down payment, like when you first rent, they want to see it all up front like that or some shit like that. Groceries, groks are through the roof. Gas has now jumped $1. We're back to Biden's gas prices. Remember Biden? He did that. $3.50, $4 a gallon. Remember that? We're back to that now. And people just saying, you know what? After years of this, especially during the scamdemic, when everything started getting jacked up, people, they're done with it. Increasingly so. People have had enough. And I know I'm digressing, but have you noticed since the scamdemic that people don't want to, the work ethic sucks. We got landscapers companies, like 5 strong young men, and they'll come check out the property, and then they're like, they can't handle it. They don't want to handle it. Or they'll come one time and they'll go, well, I can't do this anymore. They'll tap out. Just the other day, he's Mexican, and he didn't speak good English, but he's cleaned the gutters, and I don't even think he had insurance. So he was asked, well, do you have insurance? Because if you don't, if you get hurt here, it's on you, not on him. And he just up and left right after that, in the middle of a job. I'm seeing so much crazy shit. I'm seeing so many people that don't want to do shit. I mean, these are companies. These are literal businesses that, you know, I remember before the scamdemic, you could call up a landscaper. If you see an advertisement on a pickup truck or something like that, call them up. They'll come over. They'll give you a price. If they want the job, they'll come back and they'll be your landscaper. They'll do a pretty good job. And if you say to them, well, hey, you missed this, you missed that, they'll go, oh, my mistake. I'll get it next time, or I'll come back tomorrow and I'll touch it up. You know what I mean? They'll make good for it. Not anymore. They're copping attitudes. They're walking off the job everywhere. People are just sick and tired of the shitty work ethic. They're sick and tired of getting the shrinkflation. They're sick and tired of the shitty quality of food when they go to restaurants. They're sick and tired of shitty service that they're getting. They're tired of the food doesn't even taste the same anymore. They're tired of paying through the nose for everything. They're tired of being taxed without being represented. They're just tired of the whole kit and caboodle. And so you see a decline not only in America, but a lot of countries. But I'm focused on America because this is where I live. They plan a huge event. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's going to be a mass depopulation. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be traumatic. It's going to be drones attacking Americans. Right here. Allowed or sanctioned by your own government that's taxing you to death. So here we are. The petrodollar system failing. A cornered empire. That's right. A cornered empire facing the collapse of its financial, and I know I'm going to butcher this word, hegemony, and unable to compete industrially. Yeah, look at us. We used to be made in the USA, and then in the mid-2000s, going to Walmart, that used to be a thing in Walmart. Everything was American made. Then in the mid-2000s, you know, I saw made in China slowly creeping in, and I remember going, what the hell's going on? It's what's happening to made in the USA? Well, all the countries were leaving the United States, all done on purpose. And then, so now we're not able to compete industrially. We're not really able to compete in much. I don't know what the hell we're able to compete in. We've become a service-oriented country instead of manufacturing, and so here we are, a cornered empire who will always choose self-preservation over the lives of its citizens. War, especially one triggered by a spectacular domestic attack, becomes a tool to erase debt, reset the system, the Great Reset, and redirect resources. And I do stress reset whose debt? The United States? What about American citizens' debt that's increasing? People are living off of credit cards and they're not even paying them off anymore. They're using credit cards just to eat. This is ridiculous when I see prices of everything out there. Facking $15 a pound for a steak. Are you kidding me? That's just for starters. So this is all about a triggering of a spectacular domestic attack, right? And this becomes a vehicle or way to erase debt, reset the system, sounds like part of the Great Reset, and redirect resources while depopulating America. I'm seeing a lot of videos of people out there, they're just like Americans just leaving America to go live somewhere else because they don't feel safe here. The goal of this coming false flag, by the way, BTW, is not just merely to depopulate, it's also to traumatize if you survive it. It's got to be a spectacle so horrific, and it's designed to maximize terror, especially on the media, and we don't even know if the footage they show us is real. We won't know, but it'll look real. And don't forget, deep fakes and AI. Who knows what they're going to do? Show us. But it's going to, perception's reality. And people that see this in the media are going to be, oh my God, look at all these drones. The Americans getting attacked, this getting blown up, that getting blown up. Probably the drones will attack the grid. Who knows? In different parts of the country. I mean, maximize. More cluck for their buck. They're going to try to squeeze every amount of horror and traumatization they can at its coming false flag to get what they want. And on top of that, I think they want your sons and daughters to be conscripted. Yeah, drafted. You down with that? I want you to understand, because they've been doing this for decades, about Iran being the villain, Russia being the villain, China being the villain, but let's focus on Iran, all right? Iran's been the villain for Estados Unidos for, I guess, before I was born. Because I remember the Iran crisis in 79 under Jimmy Carter, weak as water. I remember coming home from school every day, sit there at the dinner table. There's a white TV, a black and white screen, about 12 inches, right there at the counter, on the counter, because that's where I ate supper. This is back in Brooklyn, and the news was on every day, 6 o'clock. This is day 296 of the Iran hostage crisis, and I was just 9 years old. But I even knew, man, this is making us look weak as shit. Are you kidding me? And then and as a child, I was getting pissed off at Iran. And I ran so far away. Yeah. But let me just say this. Get ready. Because if they pull this shit off, notice they're showing a cell phone. I wonder if the cell has anything to do with this too. I wonder if the cell, remember that movie? The Cell. This thing, they're going to keep repeating it. They're going to keep repeating the horrific images to the point that America is going to go fight. They're going to want to go after Iran. Yeah, we're all in. It could happen like that. People could still want to go fight another war if they see this. But if they understand what's really going on, they might not want to fight Iran. They're going to replay this endlessly by a controlled pro-war media apparatus to manufacture 90% consent. Just like they did in 9/11. It's going to be bad. Word on the street, this is going to be the worst thing we've probably ever witnessed. This is a calculated strategy to manufacture emotional fury and enrage America. Average Joe, you know me. As chillingly predicted regarding potential U.S. action against Iran, quote, what Trump needs is a mass casualty event such as a bombing by Iranian forces that can be blamed on Iran to rally support for a war. The state understands that a population terrorized is a population that is pliable. They aim to create a unifying, blinding rage that silences all distant dissent and questions, just as the flag-waving aftermath. Okay, so they're saying that our government, and I'm not down with this Iran thing. I'm just not. I'm not. A lot of people are. A lot of people that voted for T-Man are. I'm not. I'm not one of those guys. We don't need to be going into any fucking wars. If you know that Iranians have damn and it's been here for years. These terror cells. This shouldn't even be a thing. But if terror cells are in here, like a cancer inside a body, that should have been rooted out, cut out decades ago. Decades ago. This shouldn't even be a thing. But this is what has to happen because, well, we're living in the last days, and it's we're really close. I mean, we're really close to we're at the end of time. Is Jesus going to come back and set up his kingdom in the next couple of years? I don't know, but maybe Lou Ferrigno's. Just do not believe the war would end at Iranian borders. There's going to be a suspension of liberty and then possibly the draft. I don't know. It could be martial law here. Who the frig know? All right, listen. If the War Powers Act is applied or invoked, not just for foreign engagement, it would be invoked to suspend constitutional norms at home. Probably martial law. Elections could be postponed indefinitely under the guise of national security. I mean, are we still under national security for COVID? That fake virus thing or something like that? If this happens, the amount of control that's given over to this government that has its tentacles so far and firmly entrenched in every facet of our society, I mean, this false flag would be the final nail in the coffin of any kind of freedom of anything. This is how serious it is. It's going to be disgustingly horrific and ugly. So while people are watching baseball or sending you videos in your messenger, right, of this, that, and the other, like I don't know. My mother likes to send stuff to me of Italian food, right? Food things. People distracted with this, people distracted with that, and my mother's not distracted. But what I'm trying to say is, people are overall, normies are distracted by everything, and they don't understand just how grave danger that the American population is in. Because even though a lot of us are aware to an extent, most of us are still distracted by files, sports, going out to dinner, and just thinking more of a normie mindset than the big picture. We need everyone to wake up, because the evidence is pointing towards a terrifying conclusion. A failing empire, or a falling empire, desperate to maintain control and trigger a war of survival, is capable of sacrificing its own. Sacrificing its own. And these warnings that we're getting, well, they're setting us up. They're setting us up. Here's the thing, people are not as asleep as they were in 2001. By recognizing the pattern, rejecting the fear, and building independent resilience, we can undermine their plan. Our awareness and our preparedness are the only things standing between their engineered catastrophe and a future of liberty. We must get the word out. We must wake up as many people as possible, because the storm is coming, or it's here. But we do not have to stand in the field awaiting the lightning. We can build shelters of truth and community. Awaken people with the truth. Show them what we're up against. And it's not just any one president, so don't get that misconstrued. This whole thing has been in the works for a long time. And they don't love you long time. It's ridiculous. We got a shitty 4 years on the Biden, the worst fucking president ever. And now we got a war with Iran, or so they say, attacking oil all over the place. And now the hens are coming home to roost. Is that right? Is that right, New World Order? Well, perhaps you got another thing coming. We're gonna force you to kick that can down the road, because we're gonna awaken as many people as we can with the truth. Get prepared. If it doesn't happen, big thumbs up. Be stocked up, and if you don't need whatever you stocked up on, food, water, lead, whatever, then all for the better if you don't need it. If this thing doesn't come to fruition. But if it does, you're gonna need to be resilient, whatever that means, if drones are attacking. And the main thing is just create awareness. That's what we need to do. All right, that's what I got for you. This is unbelievable where we're at. Tonight I had my first nosebleed that I've had in I don't know, decades, which is weird. That was weird. I mean, it lasted quite a few minutes. That's strange. I haven't had that since I was a kid. I was like 13 the last time I had one. It's weird, but I digress. At any rate, don't be a troll out there. Fact the trolls. I am Oot.